I'm going to switch them up a little bit and do some variations as we build throughout the week, so you can really try on some different meditation styles and some different meditation guides to maybe deal with specific issues that arise, because often there's something that just bugs us, something that keeps coming up over and over again. So we started the week with just a natural awareness meditation, and that's a lot of what we do here. We're not really trying to take a break away from reality, but more embrace it and sort of find some okayness, some ease in our experience. So that's really important to understand. if you're not open to embracing what is causing your suffering, then this is not the meditation for you. But often through our meditative awareness and our examination of those things that are troubling us, we just let go of the grasping and the constant grip trying to control those things, and really do find some ease in that experience rather than finding suffering within it. So sometimes it's hard to really take a look at what's troubling us, because it conjures thoughts of past and maybe trauma that has been lingering within us for some time. It does for all of us. So in one way or another, there's a background noise, a judgment, a self-talk that typically is a factor in our own experience. And sometimes, like for me, there's a voice in the back that says, not enough, not enough, you're not enough, you're not smart enough, you're not cute enough, you're not whatever it is, you're not funny enough. Sometimes we have an experience of that here, because I'm not always funny. Anyway, I sometimes think I'm funny. Anyway, I'm being silly again. But so we started off with natural meditation, natural awareness meditation. We went to the use of breath. So using an even count of breath, 4 counts in, 4 counts out, 4 counts in, 4 counts out. Very effective way to either bring your energy down if you're feeling anxious or restless, that can bring it down into just okayness, or if you're feeling low or depressed, it brings it up. So I really like that pattern of breath. I use it a lot myself to kind of thwart anxiety. So when I'm feeling anxious, I close my mouth and breathe through my nose and get really just a sweeping breath, and pay attention to that breath because it's here in this moment, nowhere else. We added mantra, silent mantra, to that breath pattern on Wednesday, and just said, here, now, awake, aware, here, now, awake, aware. And you can do that, especially if you're feeling like you have a little bit of popcorn popper brain, where thoughts keep distracting you and you just don't seem to be able to quiet the mind down, which is okay. That is often our experience. So if you are experiencing that, I would recommend some things like just watching the breath, listening to the breath, experiencing the breath. That's a grounding thing, and you don't need any special tools. You can't leave it at, you can't leave your special tool at home. So if you need it in traffic, or you need it in a meeting or in the grocery store, you can access it. You don't have to close your eyes. You don't have to sit like a pretzel on the floor. You can just take some meaningful and mindful breaths and really just calm things down, not so reactive. But as we react, we can see those things. If we're positioning our attentive awareness in this moment, we'll see our own reactions arise, and we see, oh, that's me reacting to that thing that I always react to, and I end up down the hill um, in the big snowball. So when we catch it, we can do something about it. It's really quite effective. So we did some loving kindness meditation on Thursday, which is quite helpful in alleviating some of that issues of mistrust and wariness or fear of other people and that sort of thing. So when we can really learn to cultivate that loving kindness and compassion within ourselves, we have a bumper crop to share with others. Yesterday we did some sound meditation. For me, that's one of the things that's other than kind of crazy thoughts, that popcorn popper brain I was talking about. That's one thing that distracts me. The other thing that distracts me quite often when I sit down is sound. So noise, could be a dog barking, could be the trash truck on the street, or when we meditate together, sometimes it's somebody yelling in a hallway that doesn't realize that there's 100 people in a room trying to be silent and mindful, and it can be disruptive. So we cultivate that. So we can use that sensation of sound as well as our awareness of the reactions that are happening. Ugh, I'm irritated by that woman yelling in the hallway, kind of thing. So we used sound yesterday, and last week we did a panoramic sensory awareness meditation, which I particularly like, and that's really the adoption of not only sound, but sight and taste and smell, and as well as hearing, and the awareness of thoughts, feelings, sensations, and emotions as they arise. But I know that can be also a lot, and maybe something that you progress to. So instead of just using sound meditation, you can use sight meditation, or you could use taste meditation. Putting a raisin in your mouth, or something that you can taste while you're sitting with this curious awareness, and just explore that specific taste, that sort of thing. So, or touch, feeling the sensation in the palm of your own hand that maybe you haven't really paid attention to before. So adoption of those. So I thought today we would do something a little bit different and do something around ruminating of thoughts and obsessive thoughts, because I know that's one thing that I think all of us experience, where we keep mulling over past experiences, and they may be trauma inducing experiences, so that it might be something that was really significant in your past. It could also be not so significant. I often go through past conversations and interactions with individuals that didn't go so well, and I either beat myself up about it, or maybe I'm judging and scolding that other person for not seeing me for who I was, or maybe they were seeing me and I couldn't see me, or whatever it might be. My point is that all of us have those ruminating thoughts that we are awakening in our consciousness, and it can even be sort of a background noise if it's if it's like that voice I was talking about in the back of my head that says not enough. That it can be a background noise and not really a conscious thing, but still putting a damper on your experience. So I thought we would explore that a bit today, and hopefully diffuse some of that for you. So remember that these meditations, as we guide them, are recorded. So if you need to come back to it and do it again, that's okay. Also, if you need specific help with a particular experience, or something that you're trying to meditate through. My email address is right on that screen, and you can always email me, and I can help you. I can, give you some resources, maybe even, guide a meditation specifically for you. But just let me know. So I want to, I'm going to ring the bell and we'll begin. So just bear with me and explore the ideas and the words that I'll speak, and just let everything be an open curiosity to help potentially relieve for you any of those ruminating thoughts. You can begin by straightening your spine and closing your eyes, relaxing and releasing all of the mental and physical tensions. Allow your body to relax and use those deep, slow breaths to help encourage the ease in your body. Breathing in and breathing out evenly. Focusing on the sensation of the inhalation, and with each exhalation, soften the muscles of your body. Soften the attachment to your thoughts, feelings, emotions, and sensations. You can bring special attention to your abdomen, your shoulders, your jaw, allowing them to relax and release with each exhalation. Look at the thoughts that are arising in your mind. And if you can identify if you've been ruminating about something specific, acknowledge the event or situation that you're thinking about. You can turn this thought over in your mind, examining it from a place of curiosity and interest. Noticing the quality of the thought as well as the physical attribution. Now begin cultivating some compassion and equanimity. This is the state of balance and non-attachment in the midst of those charged emotions. With curiosity and non-judgment, ask yourself if you've been able to change the situation of the past. Offer yourself some phrases of equanimity and compassion, like, I cannot change the past. May I be at ease with my mind. May I care about this difficulty. Now turn your attention toward the present. Although you cannot control the past, you do have power over your actions right here and now. You can replace the rumination with recognition that you can choose to act in ways that encourage your ease and even happiness. Offer these phrases silently in your head as I speak them. May I act with wisdom. May I respond with compassion. May I move forward. May I act with wisdom. May I respond with compassion. May I move forward. this rumination recurs, return to those phrases with your intention to move forward. You can carry these phrases with you. May I act with wisdom. May I respond with compassion. May I move forward. And whenever your mind falls into this pattern of thinking about the past, you can offer those phrases of equanimity and wise action. I hope that was helpful. Remember to be patient with yourself when we point our awareness towards what is uncomfortable. We can often slip into patterns of trying to distract ourselves with other thoughts or just trying to get away from the unpleasant emotions. But when we look with curiosity and equanimity, we can often see that it's simply a reaction. Those reactions aren't a required element. So you can change what's happening here in the present rather than just rekindling an unpleasant thought from the past. So I really hope that's helpful for you. Again, my email is right there in the corner of your screen, and I'm happy to help in whatever way. I'll be back here tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Central Time for our weekly Dharma practice. We'll do a little chanting, do a little prayer, do a little meditation, and a Dharma talk that's hopefully appropriate for you. So if you haven't been before, I'll guide you through the whole thing. No worries. Just show up and do what you feel comfortable doing. It's your practice to cultivate. I'll see you tomorrow.